I'm the guitar player from Milagro, Texas.
How do you feel about your band?
Well, I did my best to bring together the best musicians that I knew and grew up playing with. Now Carl is a new friend that we made, new brother to the band, but we've enjoyed him. He's taken the bull by the horns, and he's what we needed in this band. He was the final puzzle, in my opinion.
And what's your favorite part about the band?
Mainly that we just get to play the music we grew up listening to. You know, I'll tell anybody that Carlos Santana, listening to him, actually made me want to play the guitar to begin with. So to be able to do a tribute to him is like a dream come true for me, because I love all these songs anyway, and to be able to play them and try to emulate Carlos is just an honor.
All right, first memory of Carlos Santana.
First memory of Carlos Santana, I was in Mexico. My uncle Arturo went to the record shop with me, and he helped me purchase a LP, which is a big record, Carlos Santana's greatest hits, and I brought that LP to the States and wore that record out.
Do you know how old you were?
I must have been about 12, 13 years old at the time.
There's only 3 or 4. Mike Castillo, bass guitar.
How did you get into the band?
Through Victor. He invited me out to come play and fill in, and been there ever since.
How do you know Victor?
I've known Victor since the 2nd grade, and so we just always hung around each other, and I had the garage band and been playing for a lot of years now.
How do you feel about the band?
I feel great about the band. We got a solid foundation, good group of guys, musicians, and we all pretty much grew up around the same people, so yeah, it's almost like a family deal.
And what's your favorite thing about it?
My favorite deal about it is we get to play, you know, with a lot of good friends, old friends, and then just the type of music we're playing, the Santana. We grew up on that music, so it's really nice to be able to play with all these guys.
What's your first memory of Carlos Santana?
First memory of Carlos Santana, it's probably being 8 or 9 years old, sitting at my uncle's house, listening to it on a vinyl record. It was Black Magic Woman, I believe.
Love at first sight.
Monica.
What's your name and what do you play?
My name is Mauricio, and I am the Latin percussionist / vocalist.
How did you join the band?
Oh, well,
Or how do you know the band?
I've known Vic for going on 30 plus years. I mean, he's known me since I was a younger buck, and I've known a lot of the guys from kind of gigging around in the music industry. So we just kind of, you know, put our heads together and we said, hey man, let's have a little fun and see what we could run with.
What's your favorite thing about the band?
I would say just the energy, you know. Of course, you know, once everybody's grooving, everybody's in a pocket, everybody, it's almost like it's a feeling, you know, you're on the ambiance where it's like an aura. So everybody has that aura and everybody has the energy. I think that's the fun part of it, man.
And what's your first memory of Carlos Santana?
Man, you know, first memory of Santana is, man, you know, okay, you know, seeing him back in 1998. I think I was like 13 years old, and I got to see him live play Oye Como Va, play a lot of the hits, and I've always listened to his albums, and then seeing him in person when I was about 13, 14 years old, man, it just changed my life. Made me want to be on stage for a long time.
I'm the vocalist for Milagro.
All right. And how did you hear about the band, or how did you come to know it?
You know, actually, Victor had reached out to me and just kind of was like, hey, what am I doing? You know, I'd been doing it for a lot of years. And, he reached out, and at the time I wasn't doing anything. I was like, hey, let's do something, you know, let's make some music. So it all ended up pretty, you know, coming together, and it's been fun. It's been good.
What's your favorite thing about the band?
Just the musicianship, you know, just everybody's got a lot of talent. They bring a lot of talent to the band, a lot of talent, you know, that comes out and kind of shows out in the music, you know. So I like the fact that everybody takes their job very seriously. As far as you don't want to come out here and especially if you're doing Santana, you don't want to, you know, play it not right or, you know, half, you know, you want to play it full to your potential, what it sounds like. So when you go out there and perform, you're actually out there doing it right and kind of making people enjoy themselves, you know, thinking they're listening to Santana. So.
And what was your first memory of Carlos Santana?
Carlos Santana, my first memory was, it was years ago, you know. I just remember, you know, just hearing Black Magic Woman, Oye Como Va, you know, I kind of grew up on that stuff. And now, you know, that kind of stuff just makes you move, you know, so that's, you know, that's what it's all about, right?
Yes, sir. All right.
George Cortez, percussionist for the Milagro band. Conga, bongo, timbal, cowbell, whatever you guys want. A little triangle solo if needed. Been doing it for years. Love Carlos Santana music.
How do you know the band, or how did you come to join the band?
The guitar player, Victor Magana, we ran into each other at a gig. I saw what he was playing, his equipment. I said, man, that's Santana equipment. Sure enough. He says he knows and plays it, so, you know, 5-10 years later, man, finally we get together. We talked about it for that long, about getting something together, doing all Santana. There it is, finally.
What's your favorite part about this band?
You know what? The camaraderie, the guys all know each other. They have known each other and grown up with each other from what I'm getting. I'm the odd man out, if anything, you know. But that's awesome when you get a band that know each other since they were kids. It's huge.
And first memory of Carlos Santana?
Oh, man. Incident in Nishabar, probably. My brother's bringing home that album. I thought it was, you know, the Charlie Brown Christmas album or something with percussion. And that's probably what hooked me on Santana. Then seeing him for the first time in 1976. That was it. It was unbelievable.
All right.
Tony Ibarra, I'm the drummer for Milagro tribute band.
How do you know the band, or how did you join?
Well, a lot of the guys grew up with me. We pretty much knew each other from a long time ago. They followed me with other bands and whatnot, and they decided to regroup and start this one. They called me up, and I was more than glad to do it.
And what's your favorite thing about the band?
The brotherhood, the family feeling that you get with them, and we all treat each other like brothers with respect.
All right. And what's your first memory of Carlos Santana?
My first memory of Carlos Santana was around 1983. I went to a concert in Fort Worth to see him at the convention center, and he blew me away. He had just come out with, I believe, the one right after Moonflower, which was Ziva, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, he just blew me away with the dynamics of the music.
Play.
Hi, I'm Richard Perez, and I play Hammond organ and keyboards in the Milagro Santana tribute band.
How did you come to know or come to join the band?
I've known Victor a long time, guitarist, and we've played together over the years in a few bands. And usually when he calls me and he's a keyboard player, I'm going to say yes. So he called me about this group and told me about it, and we went back and forth on what instrument to get for it. We really needed that organ sound, so we ended up buying some Hammond organs. He bought one, and then I bought one, then he got a real Leslie, and then we got that sound. So here I am.
And what's your favorite thing about being in this band?
It's good to be with friends. You know, I'm playing with Victor and Mike. I've known Tony from a while back. Never really got to play with him. And I've played with George a few times, and I remember meeting Maurice's dad. So I kind of know everybody over the years. It's good to play with people you know and care about, because you know, it's more like a family kind of thing.
Well, like I told you before, I tried to get all the guys that I knew that were good, solid musicians to form this group, you know, and I think I got the cream of the crop. I've played with a lot of these guys for many years. You know, now that we got Carl singing with us, you know, he's a punch in the you know, in the gut. You know, he really brings it for us, and we're allowed to play songs that we weren't able to play when I was singing, because, you know, I was very limited to what I could do and play at the same time. So I'm happy to have him. I'm happy to have all these guys. I wouldn't have called them if I didn't think there were some of the better guys around this area to play. So that's the way I think about that.
What would you tell the people,
The people.
the fans?
Well, I just think give us a shot. I think we'll rock your socks off, because every single musician in this band brings it, and they bring it hard, and that's one of the reasons I invited Mo. I've known Mo since he was 7 years old, and he used to stand on the side of the stage and watch us play almost every weekend, right, Mo? When his dad was alive, and he would bring him to the gigs. And Mo was like our little roadie at the time, but you know, he's got a big pedigree with his family as well, with the Science clan, and you know, they've groomed him, and they've groomed him well. He's a good player. He plays a solid drum kit as well, and that's one of the reasons I brought him, in case Tony can't make it. I know I can sit Mo behind that throne, and he can do a really good job for us. So same with Richard. Richard and I have played together off and on since about 1985. You know, we played in different bands together. We played in garage band together. So, you know, I go way back with a lot of these guys, and you know, I'm really proud to have them in this group. I think they're solid guys. So, I don't know how much more I can say about that. I feel really good about the group. I think if we get this promo pack together, people are gonna, and they're gonna like what they hear, and I think we're gonna be as busy as we want to be.
Nice.
Let me be disrespectful and drink on cue.
Rich, what do you want to tell the people?
Live music is still where it's at. Track music is okay with live music, but I think live music, real musicians playing, and I think I like the way Little Joe said it in his documentary I watched lately. Sometimes we make mistakes, but that's okay. If Little Joe can say that, a Grammy Award winning band, then live music is still where it's at. It's the mistakes, it's the slightly off beat that makes the music real, makes it alive. It's not all canned. So support your live bands, support your live music. I'm gonna drink to that. Oppenheimer.
No free ads, man. No free ads.
All right, man. I won't say it's made by who it's made by. Yeah.
All right, Mo. What do the people have to know?
The people have to know that what we bring to the stage is not only something that, you know, we don't, you know, something that we just didn't pick up off of, you know, something off of TV or something off of the internet. You know, this is something that we learned as a trait, you know, family-wise, and then, you know, it's like polishing that knife. You know, we polish off that sword. Make sure you sharpen the knife every time you go into battle, and that's what we do when we get on stage every time. Make sure that we are ready, that we are prepared, and that everybody has a strategy when we go into war, because then when we hit that stage, you know, it's relentless. You know, we're there for the show, but at the same time, we're there for, you know, our love for the music, and the love for the music that's what we're there for. So, solid.
Okay.
Real talk, Carl.
Yeah.
Tell us what we need to know, Carl.
What you need to know is you've got a group of musicians that are going to bring it. They're going to bring the show. These guys have been playing for a long, long time. The talent is something that you're not going to see at your. Just these guys have been schooled. These guys got a lot of years and years and years of experience, all genres of music. And you're going to hear Milagro, you're going to hear Santana at its best. You're going to close your eyes, you're going to think, man, that's got to be Santana out there. And this is what we do. And you'll see. It's a fire show every night. A lot of energy. Very, very, very engaged with the crowd. We will want you will be wanting to see more and more, and you won't want us to stop. And you'll leave that door wishing and thinking, when's the next show? Milagro, Texas is coming to you real soon.